The high-octane world of Formula One, where speed isn't just a thrill, but a way of life. Strap in tight as we journey through the twists and turns of one man's remarkable story, a tale that reads like a Hollywood blockbuster. Picture this. January 23, 2017, Liberty Media steps up to the podium, dropping a jaw-dropping $4.4 billion to claim ownership of F1, putting an end to a 4-decade reign of one man who was the undisputed star of the show. Who was this mastermind behind the wheel? None other than Bernie Ecclestone. But let's rewind the tape a bit. Long before the big bucks and global dominance, Ecclestone was just a racing enthusiast with a dream. In 1951, a nasty collision with Bill Whitehouse sent him flying from the cockpit. But instead of throwing in the towel, Ecclestone took a detour into real estate while keeping a keen eye on the car business. Fast forward to 1957, and he's back in the game, this time managing driver Stuart Lewis Evans. But tragedy struck at the 1958 Moroccan Grand Prix, when Lewis's engine went up in flames, leaving Ecclestone reeling from the loss of a close friend. Yet amidst the turmoil, Ecclestone soldiered on, embodying the resilience that defines champions. The 60s were a turbulent time for Formula One. Teams were pushing the limits of innovation, but with innovation came a hefty price tag. Money was tight, and the sport relied heavily on manufacturers for support. And let's not forget the safety concerns plaguing the sport, with tragic accidents claiming the lives of legends like Wolfgang von Trips and Jim Clark. Ecclestone wasn't just a spectator in this drama, he was a key player, managing Y and Rin, and even partially owning Rin's Lotus Formula 2 team. Ecclestone was deeply entrenched in the heart of the racing world. But tragedy struck again when Rin lost his life in a crash at the Monza circuit in 1970. Casting a shadow over Ecclestone's triumphs. But Ecclestone wasn't one to back down from a challenge. As the 70s unfolded, he emerged as a driving force in F1, navigating the sport through the treacherous waters of financial uncertainty and global recession. His shrewd business acumen and unwavering determination were the fuel that kept F1's engines soaring. Fast forward to the 21st century, and Ecclestone's legacy looms large over the world of motorsport. Love him or hate him, there's no denying the indelible mark he's left on Formula One. From daring deals to high-stakes negotiations, Ecclestone's story is a testament to the power of passion and perseverance. In 1971, he swooped in and purchased Brabham Racing, kickstarting a revolution that would change the face of Formula One forever. With a keen eye for talent and an ironclad determination, Ecclestone turned Brabham into a force to be reckoned with. From signing top designers like Gordon Murray to securing star drivers like Nelson Piquet and Niki Lauda, Bernie was the driving force behind Brabham's meteoric rise. But what set Bernie apart wasn't just his knack for picking winners. It was his unparalleled attention to detail. From color-coded uniforms for mechanics to a relentless pursuit of perfection, Brabham set the standard for excellence on and off the track. And as the sport's popularity soared, so did Bernie's bank account. He understood the value of television rights long before anyone else, ensuring that Formula One became a global spectacle watched by millions. But Bernie wasn't content with just revolutionizing the racing scene. He wanted to shake up the entire industry. In 1974, he spearheaded the formation of the Formula One Constructors Association, cementing his status as a key player in the sport. And when he took the reins as CEO in 1978, alongside legal heavyweight Max Mosley, it was game over for his rivals. Together, Bernie and Max were a force to be reckoned with. While Mosley thrived in the political arena, Ecclestone had his sights set on the bottom line. They were a match made in heaven, or perhaps hell, depending on who you ask. Armed with a shared vision and a healthy dose of cunning, they took on the establishment and won. But Bernie's legacy isn't just about dollars and cents. It's about passion and perseverance. He saw the potential in Formula One when others saw only a sport. And thanks to his tireless efforts, F1 became more than just a race. It became a global phenomenon. Sponsorships poured in faster than a pit crew changing tires, as brands clamored to hitch their wagons to the Formula One phenomenon. With Bernie at the helm, the race promoters lost their bargaining power faster than a rookie driver spinning out on the first lap. In television networks, they needed Bernie more than a car needs gasoline. The man had the golden touch, turning Formula One into must-watch TV. But Bernie wasn't just raking in cash, he was wielding power like a seasoned pro. By striking annual TV rights deals covering every race, Bernie had broadcasters eating out of his hand faster than a driver hitting the accelerator. And get this, it was all Bernie's brainchild. The man was a strategic genius, outmaneuvering his opponents with the finesse of a Grand Prix champion. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, the FIA, the sport's governing body, was content to let Bernie do the heavy lifting. Little did they know, Bernie was amassing power faster than a car rounding the final corner. With the OFCA, Bernie's brainchild, calling the shots, the FIA found themselves playing catch-up in a game they didn't even know they were in. But every hero needs a nemesis, and in 1978, Bernie met his match in the flamboyant Jean-Marie Balestre, the new president of the FIA. Determined to wrest control from Bernie and the British teams, Balestre declared war, setting the stage for a battle royale that would make the Monaco Grand Prix look like a Sunday drive. Picture this. Behind the scenes, when the cameras weren't rolling, a battle of wits unfolded between Ecclestone and the FIA president. It was a game of cat and mouse, with secrets and alliances lurking around every corner. Bernie, always one step ahead, tracked down the FIA president's calls, discovering a clandestine conversation with Lotus boss Colin Chapman. Sensing trouble, Bernie swooped in, charming Chapman with compliments and flattery, securing his allegiance with finesse. Talk about a strategic masterstroke. But Bernie's toolkit went beyond smooth talking. His personal connections with track owners and government officials gave him the edge when it mattered most. From cozying up to King Juan Carlos for control of the circuit to orchestrating negotiations in the dead of night, Bernie played the game like a seasoned pro. And when it came to bluffing, Bernie had nerves of steel. During the South Africa Grand Prix, when the FIA president declared the race wouldn't count towards the championship, Bernie didn't bat an eye. Instead, he rallied the teams, covered costs, and even provided tires out of his own pocket. Now that's what I call playing hardball. But Bernie's crowning achievement came in the form of the Concorde Agreement, a game-changing pact that reshaped the landscape of Formula One. With Enzo Ferrari by his side, Bernie dealt the final blow to his rivals, cementing his dominance in the sport. In 1995, Ecclestone's influence reached its peak when Max Mosley's FIA handed him the commercial rights to F1 for a jaw-dropping 15 years. Yep, you heard that right. One man, one sport, 15 years. It was a coronation of sorts, a nod to Bernie's unrivaled power over the destiny of Formula One. But Bernie was just getting started. In a move straight out of a playbook, he transferred ownership of his Formula One empire to his wife Slavica in 1996. Talk about a power move. This maneuver wasn't just about taxes. It was all part of Bernie's intricate plan to take Formula One to new heights. With the reins of Formula One now firmly in Slavica's hands, Bernie orchestrated a series of groundbreaking deals that reshaped the landscape of the sport. From negotiating a 10-year deal with the teams to inking a robust 15-year agreement with the FIA, Bernie was unstoppable. But Bernie wasn't just making waves in the boardroom. He was making headlines in the political arena too. With a cool $1 million donation to the Labour Party, Bernie showed that he wasn't afraid to play hardball when it came to lobbying the government. And let's just say it caused quite a stir. In 1999, Bernie executed another financial masterstroke, selling a chunk of his empire to Morgan Grenville Private Equity for a staggering $325 million. And just when you thought he couldn't top that, he sold even more of his stake to Hellman and Fredman for an eye-watering $725 million. But while Bernie's financial maneuvers may have raised a few eyebrows, there's no denying the impact he had on Formula One. From bringing new races to iconic tracks to revolutionizing the way the sport was televised, Bernie was the driving force behind Formula One's meteoric rise. But it wasn't all about the money for Bernie. He understood the dangers of the sport, having managed drivers like Stuart Lewis Evans and Jochen Rindt. His unwavering commitment to safety ushered in significant advancements, making Formula One a safer place for its daring protagonists. Yet like all great stories, Bernie's reign eventually came to an end when Liberty Media took over Formula One. But even in his departure, Bernie left his mark on the sport, paving the way for a new era of growth and innovation. From revamped logos to a newfound embrace of social media, Formula One has undergone a visual and digital transformation since Bernie's departure. And while the sport may have changed, Bernie's legacy lives on, reminding us all of the man who owned Formula One like no one else could. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. The sky-high world of America's future skyline, where towering giants pierce the clouds and redefine cityscapes. We're talking about super tall skyscrapers, the marvels of modern architecture that are reshaping the landscapes of cities across the Americas. But hold on a sec. Why the rush for these colossal structures when office spaces are still echoing with emptiness post-COVID? Let's unravel this mystery as we take a peek at 10 of the most jaw-dropping new super talls on the horizon. First stop, Seattle, where the skyline is about to get a serious makeover with the 4C Tower. This behemoth, also known as 4th and Columbia, has been in the works since 2015, when developers snagged a plot of land for a cool $48 million. Originally planned to soar a dizzying 102 stories into the heavens, the project faced some turbulence, leading to a series of redesigns, from potential air traffic disruptions to pandemic-inspired mid-air parks. The journey of the 4C has been nothing short of a roller coaster. Fast forward to 2022, and the Seattle Tower, as it's now called, has settled on a design by Skidmore, Owings & Merrill. Standing tall at 310 meters with 91 stories, it's shaping up to be a skyline stunner. While construction hasn't kicked off yet, one thing's for sure, those views from the top are going to be worth the wait. But wait, the super tall fever isn't confined to the Pacific Northwest. Down in Texas, Austin is gearing up for its own sky-high spectacle with the Waterline. Set to claim the title of Austin's tallest upon completion in 2026, this architectural marvel by Cone Peterson Fox will tower at 311 meters, just edging out the competition by a hair's breadth. Get ready to tilt your head back and marvel at the sight as the Waterline dominates the Texas skyline. And these are just the tip of the skyscraper iceberg, folks. From New York to Los Angeles, cities across the Americas are reaching for the stars with their ambitious architectural endeavors. So why the mad dash for the sky? It's not just about height, it's about making a statement, pushing boundaries, and redefining what's possible. In a world where remote work is on the rise and urban landscapes are evolving, these skyscrapers aren't just buildings. They're symbols of resilience, innovation, and the human spirit's unyielding quest for progress. So next time you find yourself gazing up at the towering giants that punctuate our city skylines, remember, the sky's the limit, but our ambition knows no bounds. This architectural marvel has been a hot topic since rumors and renderings started swirling back in 2020. And let me tell you, the hype is real. Picture this: sleek steel, shimmering glass, and warm textures seamlessly blending with the natural beauty of Austin's landscape. Floor-to-ceiling windows offer breathtaking views, while sculptural columns pay homage to the city's unique tree species. But here's the kicker. Beyond its stunning design, the Waterline is all about community. With a pledge of $1 million towards the Waterloo Greenway project, this tower isn't just a building. It's a symbol of giving back to the city it calls home. And let's not forget those panoramic views of the Colorado River from its staggering height of 311 meters. Construction is well underway, with the tower's core already rising from its spot near Waller Creek, Austin. Get ready to reach for the sky. Designed by the brilliant minds at Seeger Suarez Architects and Carlos Ott, this hotel isn't just defying gravity. It's rewriting the rules of Miami's skyline. But building tall in Miami isn't a walk in the park. With water lurking nearby and strong sea winds to contend with, construction here is no joke. But fear not, because the developers have pulled out all of the stops. Using a special technique called deep soil mixing, they're ensuring a sturdy foundation that can withstand anything Mother Nature throws its way. With a completion date set for 2026 or 2027, the Waldorf Astoria Miami is set to redefine luxury living in the Sunshine State. The rise of these giants, it's an intriguing phenomenon, considering the real estate market for office skyscrapers is still grappling with the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic. Add to that the spike in interest rates between 2022 and 2023, and you've got a recipe for some cautious investors. But here's the twist. Top-tier skyscrapers seem to be holding their own. Reports from real estate developers suggest that modern luxurious skyscrapers are still in high demand and selling like hotcakes. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. But it's not just about economics. It's about making a statement. Super tall skyscrapers are more than just buildings. They're symbols of progress, power, and prosperity. They elevate cities to a whole new level, attracting big business, investments, and even tourism. So it's no surprise that cities are clamoring to join the elite club of skyline stunners. Case in point, Monterrey, Mexico, home to the awe-inspiring Torre Rise skyscraper. Nestled in a city bustling with growth and economic prowess, this skyscraper is set to become South America's tallest if it reaches its dizzying height of 475 meters by 2026. With a breathtaking spire that seems to touch the heavens, the Rise promises unparalleled views of Monterrey from its sky-high deck. And with a sleek, uniform design and every amenity imaginable, it's shaping up to be a true masterpiece of modern architecture. Keep your eyes peeled for updates on this mesmerizing project. We'll be following its progress every step of the way. But not all skyscrapers are born out of necessity. Take JP Morgan's environmentally friendly Colossus at 270 Park Avenue in New York, for example. This towering behemoth isn't just about fighting overcrowding. It's about making a statement. And boy, is it making one. Construction on this green marvel continues to astound passers-by, showcasing the intersection of innovation and sustainability in the heart of the Big Apple. What's driving the rise of these sky-high wonders? Despite challenges in the real estate market and a surge in interest rates, it seems that top-tier skyscrapers are still standing tall. Why, you ask? Well, besides being economic powerhouses, they're symbols of progress, innovation, and prosperity. They elevate cities to new heights, both literally and metaphorically, and attract big business, investments, and even tourism. Take, for example, the environmentally conscious marvel rising in the heart of New York City. This eco-friendly colossus is setting new standards for sustainability, with zero carbon emissions and futuristic technology that prioritizes health and well-being. From improved air quality to circadian lighting, this skyscraper is paving the way for a greener future. And let's not forget its commitment to recycling and reuse, with 97% of waste from its predecessor repurposed for its construction. It's a true testament to New York's green policies and a shining example of what's possible when innovation meets sustainability. And just down the street, another iconic skyscraper is taking shape, the Commodore Project. Designed to harmonize with the historic Grand Central Terminal, this towering masterpiece has sparked quite the debate. While some praise its modern design and potential for revitalizing the area, others worry it may overshadow its iconic neighbor and alter the skyline of Midtown Manhattan. But love it or hate it, one thing's for sure, the Commodore is here to stay, and once completed, it will leave an indelible mark on the iconic Manhattan skyline. But our journey doesn't stop there. Let's head north to the vibrant city of Toronto, where the skyline is about to undergo a major transformation. From the sleek modern lines of the Pinnacle One Yonge Towers to the avant-garde design of the Forma Towers masterminded by the legendary Frank Gehry, Toronto is redefining what it means to reach for the sky. With each tower boasting unique features and amenities, they're not just buildings, they're communities in the making, fostering connections and bringing people together. But it's not all smooth sailing in the world of skyscrapers. Take the one in Toronto, for example. While its ambition knows no bounds, financial troubles have cast a shadow over its future. From lawsuits to debt defaults, the road to completion has been anything but easy. But despite the setbacks, developers remain committed to seeing their vision through. And with a little perseverance, the one may yet become a reality. We've got the Forma Towers, the brainchild of legendary architect Frank Gehry himself. These stunning super talls located in the heart of Toronto are set to become iconic symbols of the city's evolution into a world-class metropolis. With their sleek design and innovative use of light, the Forma Towers aren't just buildings, they're works of art. And while their journey to fruition hasn't been without its twists and turns, one thing's for sure. When these beauties are completed in 2028, they'll be a sight to behold. But Toronto isn't the only city getting a sky-high makeover. Over in Chicago, the Tribune East Tower is set to soar to new heights at 421 North Michigan Avenue. With its sleek glass facade and gold-colored vertical fins, this super tall is a stunning addition to the Windy City's iconic skyline. And while rumors of its demise have circulated, recent optimism suggests that construction may finally kick off in February 2024. Will it ever reach completion? Only time will tell. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. A new generation of super talls is emerging across the Americas, each one pushing the boundaries of architecture and design. But what do you think? Would you want one of these towering giants in your city? Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments.
Jobs that will disappear by 2040. Are you prepared for the future? Imagine waking up one day and finding out your job no longer exists. With the rapid rise of automation and AI, that could be the reality for millions of people in the next 2 decades. From drivers to cashiers and even accountants, no industry is completely safe. In today's video, we're breaking down 15 jobs that are most at risk of disappearing by 2040, and you won't believe which ones are on the list. Welcome back to the channel, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. In today's episode, we're diving into the future of work. As technology evolves, many jobs we're familiar with today will either disappear or change drastically over the next 20 years. Automation, artificial intelligence, and emerging technologies are reshaping industries at an unprecedented pace. Whether you're in one of these industries or thinking about your next career move, it's crucial to stay informed. We'll explore which jobs are most at risk, which new opportunities are on the rise, and how you can future-proof your career. Let's get started. Let's break down 15 jobs that will likely vanish by 2040 and what that means for you. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more insights into the future of work and technology. Drivers. From truck drivers to Uber drivers, anyone behind the wheel for a living could soon be replaced. Autonomous vehicles are becoming more advanced, and companies like Tesla and Waymo are leading the charge. Once self-driving technology is perfected, human drivers may no longer be necessary, as autonomous vehicles will be able to operate around the clock without brakes. Governments and industries are already preparing for this transition. Farming is becoming more automated every year. Machines, drones, and AI-driven systems are already replacing much of the manual labor traditionally associated with agriculture. By 2040, it's expected that only a small group of highly trained specialists will be needed to manage food production, making this one of the jobs most likely to shrink. Printers and publishers. With digital media dominating the landscape, traditional printing and publishing jobs are becoming obsolete. Newspapers, magazines, and even books are increasingly consumed online. Unless you're working in digital media, printing and publishing may be industries of the past by 2040. Cashiers. Self-checkout machines are becoming more common, and Amazon's cashierless stores are setting a new trend. Soon, most retail transactions could be handled by automated systems, eliminating the need for human cashiers altogether. As this technology expands, cashier jobs may vanish completely. Travel agents. With platforms like Expedia and Airbnb making it easier than ever to book flights, accommodations, and experiences online, traditional travel agents are becoming less relevant. Most people now prefer to plan their own trips through apps and websites, which offer better deals and convenience, making this job another one at risk of disappearing. Manufacturing workers. The manufacturing industry has already seen a huge shift toward automation. Robots and machines now perform much of the repetitive assembly line work. As AI improves, even more manufacturing jobs will be automated, leaving only specialized roles for humans to operate and maintain the machinery. Dispatchers. AI is now handling dispatch tasks across many industries, from emergency services to ride-hailing apps like Uber. Algorithms are faster and more efficient, making the role of the dispatcher less necessary. In the coming years, automated systems will likely take over all aspects of dispatching. Waiters and bartenders. While some level of human interaction will always be valued in dining experiences, automation is creeping into restaurants and bars. Robots are already being tested to prepare drinks, and tablets are replacing waiters for taking orders in some locations. As this technology becomes more widespread, fewer human waitstaff will be needed. Bank tellers. With the rise of online banking and ATMs, most people no longer need to visit a physical bank. As digital banking continues to evolve, the role of the bank teller is fading. In the future, almost all banking services could be handled via apps and websites, leaving this job at risk of extinction. Military pilots and soldiers. Drones are already replacing human pilots, and autonomous technology is making even ground troops less necessary. While there will always be a need for specialized forces, much of the military is moving toward unmanned vehicles and AI-driven strategies, reducing the need for human soldiers on the front lines. Fast food workers. The fast food industry is turning to automation in response to rising wage demands. Kiosks are replacing cashiers, and machines capable of preparing food are being tested in several locations. By 2040, it's likely that most fast food jobs will be automated, with fewer opportunities for human workers in this industry. Telemarketers. The days of cold calls are numbered. Digital ads and AI-driven marketing are far more effective than traditional telemarketing, which is becoming obsolete. As companies invest more in data-driven advertising, the need for telemarketers will continue to decline. Accountants and tax preparers. AI and automation are making accounting and tax preparation faster, cheaper, and more accurate. As software becomes more sophisticated, human accountants may find themselves competing with AI programs that can handle financial data processing with ease. Many roles in this field are likely to vanish. Stock traders. Automated trading algorithms now dominate the stock market. These bots can analyze data, predict trends, and execute trades in fractions of a second, leaving traditional stock traders behind. Advanced AI models are even learning to anticipate market behavior with minimal human input. By 2040, human traders may only represent a small fraction of the market, as automation takes over entirely, reshaping the financial landscape and requiring new skills to remain competitive. Construction workers. Technology is transforming construction. Robots are now capable of tasks like bricklaying, and 3D printing technology is being used to build structures more efficiently. Drones are also playing a key role in site inspections and mapping, speeding up processes significantly. As these innovations develop, construction jobs that rely on manual labor could disappear, with only highly specialized roles remaining. Adaptation and upskilling will be crucial for workers to remain relevant in this rapidly changing industry. Conclusion. As technology continues to evolve, it's clear that many of the jobs we know today will disappear or change significantly in the next 20 years. While this might seem unsettling, it also presents an opportunity for those who are willing to adapt and learn new skills. What's your prediction? Which job do you think will disappear next? Let us know in the comments below. Call to action. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more insights on the future of work and technology. We've also handpicked some videos we think you'll love, so check those out next. Stay ahead of the curve, and we'll see you in the next one.